very long time coming, but welcome back for update number 3. In this update, we're diving into the big leagues, standout performances, and I can assure you, you guys were balling. Starting off with the Austrian Premier Division, it's our second time in Austria, and not much has changed since last time. Leaving Austria, we go into Belarus, another place we've been to before, and unfortunately, not that many standout performances either. The Jupiler Pro League is where we've seen lots of players, both young and old. And the first player we're going to be following is Thomas Opinto, getting himself a red card and a disastrous performance. His teammate Yayo Swag, on the other hand, would have a wonderful game which would earn him a place in the team of the week. In the second tier of the same country, Lomov find themselves dead last, while Berchot are up in 4th. It's only one match they played though. Although his side would lose, Man City loanee Mark Sloan would have a good game against Ostende. Van Kooter, who plays in the same league, would score the only goal in his standout performance against RSCA Futuras. Wittemans, who is also on loan from Club Brugge, would score a goal and have a perfect game as a left back. He's originally a right back, so it's interesting that he was playing as a left back. His performance would earn him a Man of the Match award, although his side would come out on the losing side. He becomes the youngest goal scorer for Club NXT, but misses out on the series award as Butler Yates was 175 days younger when he scored. He would also be given a Team of the Week place, he and Van Kooter, making them 2 players in this save to be in the Team of the Week. The under 18s for Antwerp saw De Groof shine in his good game as Antwerp won 1-0. In the Croatian league, we're keeping an eye on Dinamo Zagreb, potentially one of the biggest teams to come out of Croatia. In Dinamo Zagreb, we have Edino Gucho, who is carrying up his good goal-scoring performances from last episode into this one. We're only 3 updates in, but we're seeing lots of old references, and Edino Gucho is already showing us that he deserves to be a consistent name by the amount of goals he's scoring. The Czech and Danish first divisions would not have that many standout performances, so there wouldn't be much to show from them. The English Premier Division has kicked off on the Premier League with Aston Villa leading after 1 match day. We then jump to the Championship where Watford are 6 points up, 6 points on top, and Plymouth are dead last with no points. Anison Cardoso would leave Arsenal to go on loan on Rotterdam. The attacking midfielder would show us what it's all about by scoring in his game against Stoke, making an immediate impact. Talk about making a good signing. Staying in the English pyramid, we go down to the Sky Bet League 1. One player who plays here is Chris Dogger, who'd kick off his season with a goal against Bolton as Lincoln would come out of the game with a 1-0 draw. Goalkeeper Ionu would keep a clean sheet for Cambridge in another draw, while in Charlton we have a Jedi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, showing us what it means to play at a left back. Very good performance from him. The Sky Bet League 2 did not have that many standout performances, so from there we're going to just casually take the next step down to the Panorama National League, where Aldershot find themselves in 4th. Their position can all be pointed down to Trixie Dixie, who played an incredible game against Oxford City, who would have a hat-trick of assists. Talk about a performance. 3 key passes, 3 assists, 41 passes completed, 89%. Man of the match. also earning him a Team of the Week, becoming the third player in this episode with this achievement. The Carabao Cup we kick off a bit later, but first up we have the Vanarama National League North, where we have Liam Cook scoring a brace and giving an assist. Another man of the match performance from a player in this save. Wonderful from him. 8.40 rating, completely deserved actually. Well, not like it was going to be undeserved. Also earning him a man of the match performance and Team of the Week. The Carabao Cup is finally here. Kicking off, we follow San Andreas at right back with an assist against Port Vale. Ionu continues his clean sheets record in his performance in the Carabao Cup as they beat Peterborough 2-0. Brent Merritt would unfortunately be the first one to be knocked out of the Carabao Cup, even with his fine performances. In the Everton's under-21, Tyrese Geese would score an assist in his man of the match performance. A lot of those coming up here. 14 passes completed, that's 100% passing completion from him. In the Liverpool under 18s, we would find lots of players. Gate, the first right back to score a goal and assist. Horton would also be on the score sheet, while Snoopy would be substituted off with an apparent injury. Christian Gate would then get a man of the match, which was expected as he had 1 goal and 1 assist. Although Aston Villa would lose, it would not stop Kuba from shipping it with an assist, which helped him to shine a bit. In the same game, Sani Saravanan would score for Arsenal, which is potentially what put Aston Villa to the sword. Chris Mariner, who shows what goalkeeping is all about in his 3 saves against Blackburn. What a man of the match performance from him. 1 key pass, potentially the assist. Corbyn, Mensah, Wilson and Pusnada would all be involved in Chelsea under 21 game, but Pusnada would be the one scoring from his defensive midfield position. Les Smith would have a good game for Fulham. He would have a good game against Fulham, while Bonello, who plays for Fulham, would concede a massive 3 goals. Very disappointing when you see 2 different sides of goalkeeper. Chris Mariner with 3 saves, Bonello with 3 goals conceded. In the under 21 trashing of Middlesbrough from Newcastle, Habjanic would shine. Not much for him to do either way. A United under 21, Bobkins would net himself a goal, becoming the youngest goal scorer in this Man United squad, potentially in the whole series. But unfortunately for Bobkins, he's only 16 and he's not playing professional football, so it doesn't count. In Tottenham under 18s, Maduka and Stone will also shine in this update. While Cambridge will continue to prove to us that they may be having a legendary goalkeeping squad coming up, as Jameson would keep a clean sheet in their under 18s game. With that, we can finally leave England and go to France. League 1 has also kicked off, not much is happening there. So we jump down to League 2, Uber Eats. Not much is happening there either. But there's a loan coming out from Bayer Leverkusen. Ersan Kuneri goes out to loan to Bordeaux. And again, here we see another good loan, as he would also have an immediate impact by coming off the bench and scoring in Bordeaux's 3-0 victory. In the 84th minute actually. While in Power FC, we see attacking midfielder Millis score in the 1-0 victory against Caen. In the under-19s, Hugo Anson would shine in his left-back position. It looks like the wing-backs are having really good performances in this update. In Germany, the wait for the Bundesliga continues. Bundesliga also starts a bit later than most European leagues. And this mostly has to do with the fact that DFB Pokal. The lower leagues have kicked off though, and there were 2 matches in, both the Bundesliga 2 and Prede Liga. For the most part, like I said, the biggest performances will happen in DFB Pokal, where we'll follow Alex Hero, who fires Stuttgart into the next round. Youngest goal scorer for Stuttgart, Alex Hero, beating none other than Timo Werner. An achievement for him. In Leverkusen, Tali would assist as they also qualify for the next round, helping them in his performance. So basically, we are already halfway through this episode and lots of things have happened. We're leaving Germany and Greece to find ourselves in Hungary, where we had a player who shined last week, Mazzoli, who played in the UCL for Ferencváros. He actually played today, having a really good game, while his teammate Orfel Arbeli would have a horrible game in that defensive midfield position. We're going to see more from Arbeli coming up. The Irish League continues. It's where we're next. Entering match week 27, Shelbourne find themselves in 2nd place. And in the game between Shadrock Rovers and Bohemian, Alex Campbell would find himself on the score sheet. He's also been scoring a lot. We saw him score in the last game. From there we go to the Dutch League, where it's kicked off, but not that many players are playing. We have to go to the under-18s for Vitesse, where Bentancur would find himself on the score sheet. Keelund would have a good performance, but still find himself on the wrong side with the defeat for AS Alkmaar on the 18s versus Feyenoord. The Sven played in the same game will have a similar performance, but coming out on the winning side this time around. Corley will continue the fine performances we've seen from under 18s players by chipping in with an assist in his game from the defensive midfield position, while Oreo King does the same in his game. Well, that's Corley there. There's Oreo King. He would not chip in with an assist, but he would have a good game. Oreo King. It's a wonderful name. I love it. I love it. For Ajax under 18s, we leave the Dutch league and go to Norway, where Viking unfortunately find themselves in 13th place. Viking has one player, Cunningham, who would have a good performance, really good performance in that backline, but his teammate would be disastrous. Poland is the next country we're heading into, leaving the Scandinavians. We find Domogowski in goal for Wata Poznan, as he will also keep a clean sheet. He would have much to do actually. In Romania, we've left Portugal, now we're entering Romania, where we have a player called Vesca Tekai, who would score in the 25th minute as his team would cruise to a 3-0 victory. Very good performance. The Scottish Premier League is a place we've been to before. Chow would be among the players of this episode to have a good performance but find himself on the losing side. It's something we're going to be seeing a lot in this series. But Chow would not have that phase him. He would carry on that good performance into the next game by scoring and helping his side to a victory, which would earn him a place in the team of the week. Stroker, who plays for Motherwell, will then also have a good performance in their 0-0 draw against Dundee United, also earning him a place in the team of the week. 2 draws in 2 games for Motherwell. 2 games, 2 good performances from Stroker. From there we're still in the Finnish Championship, second league in Scotland. Where Aubrey would find himself on the wrong side of a thrashing, although having a good performance. McManus would not do the same, as his side would actually win 1-0. While in the under-18s, Daniel Austin keeps a clean sheet as his side comes out comfortable winners 3-1. Or 3-0, my bad. We've seen a lot in this episode. We're 15 minutes in. It's the longest episode so far, and it's been a bit of a challenge for me. I've been making lots of sloppy mistakes in my commentary, but I think as we get closer in, I'm going to start remembering which players play where, so it's good. It's a good place. La Liga has also kicked off with one match day. Real Madrid lead. Expect to see more standout performances from the bigger leagues as we get further into the updates, because now most leagues are only one match day in and there really isn't much to commentate on. Leagues, whether not much has changed, whether there's an underdog who pops up or not. So now we're basically just kind of waiting to see if there's any standout performances left. I can tell you there's still more standout performances coming. I know they are. And well, let's get past the Turkish league and go back to the big stage. The big stage is none other than the UCL, which we're going to see a bit more from coming up in a bit. Here it is, finally the big stage. Ferencváros. Like I said, Arbeli redeems himself with a good performance in the 1-1 draw. Mazzoli would not score, but Arbeli continues that fine performance by playing even better in the next game. He has had a steady rise, earning him a man of the match. What about that, Arbeli? Ferencváros is really showing us what it means here. In Besiktas, Can Puyol will continue his good run of form in defense in this Champions League, another regular Champions League player. News coming up here is Ipswich loan Glenn Belt from Nottingham Forest. He's going to be there for the duration of 1 season. Tom Maher is leaving Leeds to go to Portsmouth, another season loan. And so is Moses Malone, also leaving a Premier League club to go to a Championship side. Nathan Myers from Manchester United goes to West Brom on a loan. 18 years of age, you're basically sending out the youngsters for them to get a bit more regular match experience, more regular playing time. The same thing is pretty much happening all over Europe, as Hamburg will send Marvin van Appen to loan. Nick Sven would go to Norwich from Arsenal. Arsenal seem to be the ones really sending out everyone. For an injury, Hijazi would miss the start of the season after spraining his knee ligaments. Well, thank you very much for watching. It's been a really long time coming, but this third update is finally done. As always, I'm your host Fibas, and see you in the next episode.